taking that Z or A, anything you can say, right? X. So what is happening here? That void show is a same method but doing different tasks, like displaying the integer value once, displaying the double value next, right? And here you have this string, right? So what is happening here? This concept is method overloading, right? Method name same with different data types you can say. And here, when you have the same name with only the data type is different, the logic is repeating, right? This is written 1, 2, 3, 4 times for 4 different data types. Whereas coming to generics, it's different. Generics means we don't repeat that particular code. Here, the logic is same. If you consider this, for the entire thing, the logic is same. The only thing which is changing is the data type. I have a concept known as generics here, where class, suppose generic demo. In this generic demo, we have Angular base. In this Angular base, you will specify the unknown type. Like suppose in max, if you don't have a value, what we do? We consider as x, right? There is unknown value you can say. The same way, in this generics, you can use an unknown type. I don't know the type you can specify now. Like any alphabet you can take A to Z. I'm just taking T. It's not mandated to have T. You can take A, B, C, A to Z. Any character you can take. Either small letter or either capital letter. It's up to you. Now, in this, 4 logics has been written because of the different data types. I'll just write only one logic by replacing the data type with an unknown type known as T. So system.out.println, what we have here, we have this X, right? X is the thing which displays the value, but what data type it's displaying, we can't say that because T is unknown type. We don't know the type of the T. Okay. Next, I'm writing a class. Like suppose here, if I consider that thing as sample, I'm just changing the class name and just giving it a generic term. It has nothing to do with the logic. Okay. Just public static string args. Now, in this scenario, suppose sample class has a method show which has a like unknown type T. What the type will be can be specified at the time of object creation. Like instead of T, I'll specify integer. Sample integer s equals new. Sample. These are the two things we required. Like say, first is the Angular basis indicates the character which is unknown type. You can't specify that. And next is that unknown type is replaced with the wrapper class concept. Wrapper class in the sense for the predefined data type, there is a predefined class you can say, right? That is the thing. So if I call s.show of 100 generic demo dot java, so you can say f drive cd space java cd space Java C space generic demo.java. Okay. Now in this thing, Java space generic demo. But actually the class name is or the thing generic demo could not find or load main class. I think there's a problem in the drive series space Java. So Java C space generic demo is there, or instead of that we have one more thing, constructor demo.java. And I think there's a problem in the path setting. Save as this particular E drive generic demo.java. So there's a problem with that path setting actually, I guess. C drive, program files, Java, JDK 1.7 bin. I guess there's a problem. Yes?
వేరే మోడల్లో సేవ్ చేసి దాన్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్
ఆల్రెడీ వేరే దాంట్లో కూడా సేవ్ చేసిన కదా,
ఇంకో
ఈ డ్రైవ్ లో సేవ్ చేసాను. Not only that one, no program is getting executed. Just now I have seen this. I guess I have to uninstall it and install again, but a lot of softwares are there. There's a Tomcat server which depends on that particular Java.
లేకపోతే క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఒకటి మార్చేస్తామా?
Come again?
ఆ క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఒకటి మార్చి చూస్తే.
Yeah. Okay. But other programs are also not reading easy to, right? It happens sometimes when the Java path is getting corrupted actually. I'll just change this code only. So here we have like sample. I guess I have to uninstall the Java and install it again, or so I'll just change this thing if you want. So I got the 100 output, right? Is it visible?
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, there's a problem in the software. I can't uninstall it and install again because other softwares are depending on it, like Eclipse and this particular part, Tomcat also. Okay. So I'll check it out later. So this is what generics. Only one object I have created. Sample. If I create, like say, double also, you can say. Why D is capital means D is a, like it's a class. Double is a class now. Okay. So double D equals new sample double D dot show. Again, what I'm trying to show 3.45, you can say, right? So you have to compile this thing and you have to run this thing. You got 103.45. So what is happening here? I have written the code only once, right? I haven't written it twice. Only once it has been written. And based on my requirement, I am able to like generate it twice or more than twice, you can say, right? So next thing, if you want, you can have the other part also. What's the other part? Like say sample long L equals new sample long. But here long is nothing but a class. You can't use that small data type. You have to use that particular thing known as capital itself. Then L dot show of some value. That value which is longer. Okay. Again you can compile and execute the thing. So just saying int cannot be converted into long. I think the
Right, maybe
data
L.
part. Yeah, I'll just
Long
change
is
that
done.
string. So what you got? 100, 3.45 Java. So three different data types has been executed based on only single code. That is the difference between like normal thing and a generic code. Generic means unknown type. If you don't know the type also, we can just replace that particular thing at the time of object creation with a wrapper class, you can say. Okay. So apart from this, we have few more things like Java p space Java dot util. What is this util means? We have a concept known as collections. Collection is a framework. What do you mean by simple framework means? Suppose in your mobiles you have templates. Templates like I'll be ready, like I'll be getting late, I'm busy, I'm in meeting. Those templates are not written by the user. They have already been written and kept inside that mobile. Based on my requirement, I can include that particular message according to the situation. The same way, framework is nothing but inbuilt code will be there, like the Java code itself. And the inbuilt code we can directly access without writing it again and again. Right? That is the advantage of framework, you can say. Instead of collection framework, we have few more other also, like Hibernate framework is there, Spring framework is there, and Struts framework is also there. Means in those technologies, inbuilt code will be there. According to my requirement, I have to include that code. That's it. And the same way, collection is also a collection of objects, you can say. We have arrays, right? The array drawback is overcome by these collections. So that array drawback, what is the array drawback you can say? First is array size is limited. And next thing you can say, arrays can store only different data types. The basic scenario, the collection overcomes these two things. And collections is nothing but a, it's not collections, it's collection. Hello?
Sir, arrays can store only single data type, right? Single type of data type.
Yeah, actually it cannot.
Okay, fine.
Array cannot store different data types.
Okay,
Right?
thanks.
And here collection is a group of individual objects. That is also the first part you can say. Next, after this, suppose the collection is classified into two types. First is set, second is list. The basic thing, util is a package. The util package consists of all the collection related classes. So collection is a root interface, you can say. Like vehicle is a root interface where car and abstract class, like car and bike are the abstract classes and Audi and BMW are the subclasses. In the same way, collection is a interface where set is a particular interface and list is another interface, you can say. And among these two interfaces we have again subclasses. Okay, and if you see here, you don't have to write the code for adding the objects. Already the code will be written in the inside that add methods. You just have to call them by using this particular object. What object you can say? That collection related object. Here for collection interface is there. For interface, can you create the object?
No.
Is it possible to create objects for interface?
No.
No. For abstract class, can you create object?
No.
No, right?
No.
So here the same thing is there. Like interface, we can't create object. Abstract class, we can't create object. And the collection has set, again it's an interface. Inside set we have hash set, linked hash set, and we have other thing known as sorted set, navigable set, tree set. These are the three things you have. Okay. First, super interface is collection. Set is a sub interface. Inside that sub interface, we have hash set, linked hash set, and set will be having the sorted set, navigable set, and tree set you can say. Okay. Now, what is collection? Collection of individual objects. We collect the objects you can say. The most important thing, why you are focusing on object itself. What happens if you have a value? The difference is when I'm using a server, when you're using a web application, when you are deploying an application inside the server can transfer only objects. It cannot transfer the particular values from one page to another page. Right? That is the second part you can say. And inside the collection, we have the add method. The Boolean thing. Means, if you use this method, then again, element will be there. What is this element? What it indicates? Angular base E.
Generic class.
What do you mean by generic?
With unknown.
At which scenario you have to use generic means if the logic is same and the data types are differing. At that moment, instead of giving the different data types, we can use this particular generic concept. You can say, okay. Generic means unknown type for which the data type is specified at the time of object creation.
Yes.
Clear? Everyone understood? Any doubts you having?
No.
No.
Right. So the next thing will be inside this particular collection again we have set. So set is also a group of individual objects. In that we have like first thing. What's the first thing you can say? It is used to collect heterogeneous. What do you mean by heterogeneous? Different data types. It allows null values. It does not allow duplicate values. If it does not allow means it's not giving any error here. You just don't consider that second value if it is getting repeated. Among those two values, only one value will be considered, you can say. Now, one more thing. Set is also a particular interface, right? Java p space java dot util dot set. And inside that set, again Angular base is there, it's a generic. It's a interface. Add is a method, right? And here we have a lot of different methods like isEmpty. IsEmpty in the sense whether the object is present or not. Size means how many number of elements are there. contains means that particular object is present or not. And here is empty means whether that object contains the value or not. That's the difference you can say. Understood?
Yeah.
So next thing, inside this add we have remove. Remove means if you want to remove the element, you can remove that particular part. Equals means it will compare the thing, right? And among these three values, like 3 points, it's getting satisfied or not, we have to see. How to check that thing? Simple part, write on the code now. Like suppose, if I say input, what I'm trying to input, java.util. Particular hash set. Now, we have a class known as hello demo or hello world, you can say. Inside this public static void main string args. Now, can I create object for a set? Set object create cheyacha chelema interface kada.
No.
We can't create that object. But hash set and linked hash set are classes, right? Say Java p space util.hash set. It's a class. So basically denote cheyadaniki simple గా చెప్పాలంటే కలెక్షన్ అనే దాంట్లో సెట్ అనేది ఉంది. ఇట్స్ ఏ క్లాస్. ఇట్స్ ఏ క్లాసా ఇంటర్ఫేసా? ఇంటర్ఫేస్ యాక్చువల్లీ. కలెక్షన్ కూడా ఇంటర్ఫేస్, లిస్ట్ కూడా ఒక ఇంటర్ఫేస్, సార్టెడ్ సెట్ కూడా ఒక ఇంటర్ఫేస్, నావిగేబుల్ సెట్ కూడా ఒక ఇంటర్ఫేస్. కమ్ అగైన్.
ఓకే. హ్యాషర్ ఒకటి క్లాస్.
మిగతా మూడు క్లాస్.
ఓకే.
Here hash set is a class. Linked hash set is a class. Tree set is a class, you can say, right? Now, for which things we can create the object? Hash set we can create the object. And this also we have the methods, right? What are the methods you can say? Size is there, isEmpty is there, add, contains, remove. Just now you have discussed about these things. The same way I have to create an object here. What is that object you can say? First is hash set hs equals new. So hs is an object by using which we can call the add method. And add method can add the object, you can say. Add that particular value. What is that value you can say? Suppose I'm giving Angular base f, like string f. And if you understand, we can specify this particular thing as string also. If you specify this thing as string, compulsory, it's mandatory, you have to select only string values. Okay? So here, if you don't specify string, what will happen? Heterogeneous elements will be considered. Say this HS can add this particular FF, or it can add this particular W, and just copy pasting those things, you can say. Now in this thing, F is there, W is there, and now after that F and W, I'm giving another value. What is another value? You can say K. Null value is nano. Suppose null value ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత నేను ఒక 100 వాల్యూ ఇస్తున్నాను. 100 అంటే హెటరోజీనియస్ కదా. And in this thing, after 100, I'll give one more character. What's the one more character you can say? Like say H. So H is there. After that, we have one more thing. Like 3.45. Next, after this, 3.45 is a double value, H is a string, and 100 is the particular value, data type value you can say. Okay. So the thing is, I'll just add one more thing known as P and one more known as Z. That's it. System dot out dot println. Yeah. Println we have HS object. And all these objects are stored inside the HS only. That is the advantage you can see. From one file to another file, if you want to transfer the values, we can collect the group of values and send them. Okay. That is the second part you can say. Next we have compile, execute. Why here it's giving the recompile with -x linked means I haven't used the Angular braces to specify the type. If you don't specify, it's a warning it will display. And what is the output you are getting here? You are getting this output, right? Entire output.
Yeah. Heterogeneous.
So what is it order you can say? P 3.45 100 F W H Z K. Is it the order what I have given?
No.
Then it's following its own, right? Random order you can say. This is very important here. In interview they'll ask what's the difference only. No one asks you to write the code in the interview. They'll ask what's the difference between set and list. Okay. So hash set will be there, which comes under set, and hash set follows random order you can say. Okay. And we have one more thing. Set hash set difference is there. Hash set allows duplicate values? No, it does not allow duplicate values. How to check that thing? Suppose already k has been taken, right? What I'm trying to do, again I'm giving that k. Compile and run. So here if you see that k is taken only once, because it does not allow the duplicate values, right? We can't differentiate the duplicate values. And after the hash set, we have one more thing known as class. But before that, we can see the methods, right? Hash set methods are there like is empty or size. What does size indicate here? Size I have to call. Size in the sense how many elements are there, it will just display that particular output. So 8 values are there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 to 7 are nothing but 8. Right? Now after this size, we have one more. So here, sorry, I just have to call this above that, right? Now the size is there. Along with that size, we have one more method known as isEmpty. Now save this thing, compile and execute. We got that true because values are not there. Yes, it's empty. Now the same method, if I copy and paste it inside that particular system.out.println is empty, you can say, right? So when you call that is empty method, what is happening?
false.
It will say whether values are there or not. Now the values are present, so it will give it as false. Why true? Because their values are there. Why false? Because there are no. Sorry. Why true? Because there are no. Come again. It is true. It indicates that values are not present. False indicates that the values are present. Two different scenarios. One single method is empty. True or false, you can say. Okay? Understood?
Yes.
Now, after this, we have contains. Contains in the sense object is present or not, you can say. System.out.println hs dot contains, you have to write that object. What is that object? You can say h. I just want to know whether h is present or not. So try to compile and run. It says true. True in a sense 10 value is present. Suppose, sorry, h value is present. Suppose if I say I is not there, right? So it should give false. Compile and execute. It's giving false. So just creating the object and calling the each and every method, right? That's it. That is the advantage, you can say, of a framework. Framework in the sense the code will be written inbuilt. Just we have to execute that. Understood?
Yeah.
Here we are creating an object. Without object you can't do anything in Java. After creating the object, what will happen? We are calling the methods. Right? Any doubts, you know?
No.
Now we have seen that only hashset is there. All the methods you have seen. Can anyone tell me what are the particular methods inside the linked hashset?
Same.
How many methods are there? Anyone?
Okay. Four.
But here I have given that particular thing. Is it 4 methods? 0 methods. Why 0 methods, funny? This name linked hashset is same name as class name, right?
Okay.
When you have the same name as class name, when it is a
Constructor.
No. Constructors.
the same thing we discussed in the last class, right? Again the same mistake. There's a difference. Try to understand. There are no methods here. But without methods, how to call the particular means? We have extents. Extents in the sense, it's a hash set. That hash set has an angular base. Right? And inside that, so Java C space Java dot in that linked hashset. 4 constructors are there, right? Now I want to write the code inside there. And we have one more thing known as so linked hashset is nothing but extension, like subclass of hashset. We can see here, right? So by using the subclass object, we can call all the methods inside the superclass.
Yeah.
Understood? So here object Java directly, instead of hashed I'm just saying linked hashed. So here linked hashed must be like and I'm not changing any object. Everything is same because there are no methods. All those are superclass methods, you can say, right? Compile and run. Now tell me f w k null 100h 3.45z means whatever that values order I have taken, in the same order I'm getting these particular values, right?
Yeah.
Hashed values, you can say. So hashed is there and linked hashed is also there. So linked hashed follows insertion order, right? Hashed follows random order, linked hashed follows insertion order, you can say. So here the values and the output is same, just you have to understand that the order is insertion order, whereas hashed order is random order. And what will be the third order, you can say? Tree set. So tree set in the sense I have to compile this thing. Yeah. Ascending order is the only thing which is left out, right? So tree set is a
Sir, laptop charger.
here tree set and this tree set will be there. Along with that, I just have to import this part, tree set. Now, when I compile and execute, what I'm getting java.lang.string cannot be cast to integer. I got this error because ascending order అనేది ఎప్పుడైనా సరే సిమిలర్ టైప్స్ కి ఉంటుంది, డిఫరెంట్ డేటా టైప్స్ కి అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ అనేది పాసిబుల్ అవ్వదు. ఇప్పుడు 100 ఫస్ట్ హెచ్ ఫస్ట్ అంటే వీ కాంట్ సే దట్ థింగ్, or 3.4 is first or 5 is first means we can't say that thing in the form of ascending order. That's the reason tree set is homogeneous, you can say. Homogeneous in the sense same type can be stored. And tree set follows
Insertion order.
ascending order. Insertion order is by linked hashed. Random order is by hashed. Okay. Now, if I compile now, if I run this thing, I got that FHKWZ. It's nothing but the ascending order, right?
Yeah.
That is set. So ఇప్పుడు ఓన్లీ ఒక పార్ట్ మాత్రమే అయింది, సెట్ మాత్రమే. అండ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ది సెట్ ఆల్సో వీ హ్యావ్ సార్టెడ్ సెట్ అండ్ నావిగేబుల్ సెట్. So tomorrow we'll see what is sorted set, what is navigaable set. In tree set we have few methods. Those are the important methods we have. Like first, floor, all these methods will be there. What is that meaning? I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
So basic thing, collections is very simple, but the only thing will be the remembering of that concepts. ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఎక్కడ వరకు లిమిట్ ఉంది, దాని ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఏంటిది అని. హ్యాష్ సెట్ అంటే ఓన్లీ ర్యాండమ్ ఆర్డర్ నాకు అక్కర్లేదు. ఇన్సర్షన్ ఆర్డర్ కావాలంటే లింక్డ్ హ్యాష్ సెట్, బట్ ఇన్సర్షన్ ఆర్డర్ వద్దు, నాకు అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ కావాలి. So tree set.
Set.
In this way you can say that thing. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Any doubts, anyone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So tomorrow same time we'll have the class. And try to send the programs, everyone. Okay?